So the next session will be the lightning round, slightly out of order from the agenda. The lightning round is an exciting part of our agenda. We have 6 startup companies, 3 in the afternoon, that will do fast 3-minute pitches each, and we will actually limit them to 3 minutes. The first company is Bitzer Mobile. Bitzer Mobile is a secure enterprise container on your mobile phone, and here to present for us is Indus, who is co-founder of Bitzer Mobile.
Hi, my name is Indus, and I represent Bitzer Mobile, a company which I co-founded. At Bitzer, we have developed a product which enables access to corporate data from smartphones, tablets, and devices. So there are 3 main enterprise mobility trends. Number 1, there's a wide-scale adoption of tablets, smartphones, and apps. Number 2, there's an increased risk of data leakage on these devices. And number 3, business users are asking for same user experience, a consumer-like, on their corporate data access on their devices. You may feel that just putting an MDM on a mobile device would solve the problem. MDM, or mobile device management, is all about device. It's not about data. MDM does not care what the data is on the device, nor it answers the question of how authentication problems could be solved on the device. We believe that the best way to solve this problem is to isolate what is corporate and what is personal on the device so that IT could manage only the corporate data, whereas the business users are free to manipulate what is personal. And the way to build it is by using a secure container, a managed secure container, which enables apps and access to intranet without degrading security and not compromising on the user experience. So to that, we have built a solution, and what you see on the screen on the slide is an architecture of that. On the right, what you see is a highly specialized app, what we call is a secure container running on the device. On the left, there's a gateway server installed in the corporate perimeter, which negotiates with various identity management services, enables access to corporate resources, portals like SharePoint, and network file shares. Connected to these two is an app tunnel, not a VPN tunnel. And then overseeing the ecosystem is an admin console, which we call an admin control panel, which pushes down policies on these containers and keeps track of where these containers are. The solution has been deployed at multiple Fortune 500 companies, and 20,000 business users are actively using it right now. Finally, to recap, we believe that we have built the most sophisticated secure mobility solution for the enterprise. Come check us out at booth number 227 for a live demo. We'll show you how future of secure mobility is possible without managing the device, but managing the data without compromising on user experience and enabling third-party native apps without changing any code. Thank you.
Thank you, Indus. All of the lightning round companies were selected by our panel of judges, where they were scored, and we felt in our content team that these were the most innovative companies in the different sectors that we picked. So they have gone through a process of selection to be up on the stage. The next one is IOTA Computing. IOTA Computing is building a chip for the Internet of Things architecture. I'd like to introduce Jeremy Walker, who is founder and CEO, to do his 3-minute pitch for IOTA Computing.
Thank you. Thank you and good morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about the next wave of the Internet of Things. Our friends at Cisco say that the amount of Internet-connected objects went past the population of the planet 5 years ago. There are now 13 billion Internet-connected devices, and we're well on track to go to 50 billion, 100 billion or more in the next few years. A couple of the things that are driving that. We now have enough IPv6 addresses for everything. In fact, enough for every atom on the surface of the earth. The other thing is the smartphone. This is your digital life in your hand, and very quickly it's going to become your interface to your physical and real-world life as well. So entrepreneurs ask me, what would be the ideal device to put into a small thing to connect it to the internet? Well, we think it's got to have several attributes. One, it needs to be little. Think about a grain of rice. Next, it needs to be inexpensive, a couple of dollars. Thirdly, it needs to talk internet protocol, the language of the internet. Fourth, it needs to be very low power. You don't want to be changing batteries, so you can harvest ambient energy, light, vibration, temperature, even RF energy. And the last one, it needs to be secure. We don't want people hacking or snooping your internet-connected life. And you need to be able to program it securely over the internet. So this is a very key piece of it too. So what we're going to do, and what we're doing at IOTA, is we designed a new operating system and a new processor. They're both very tiny, and they're designed for the edge objects with a complete software suite so you can program them. So we're going to be issuing a challenge to entrepreneurs later on this year. We're going to be coming out with a little development kit. And the challenge is simple. What could you invent if you could put tiny, inexpensive, secure, programmable internet connectivity into anything? Absolutely anything. It's your imagination. We can give you the tools. It's up to you to make something of the next generation of the internet. Thank you.
The next company that I'd like to introduce is KuaPay. KuaPay is a mobile payment technology that is fraudless, that uses QR codes. And here to pitch KuaPay is Joaquin Ayuso de Paul, founder and CEO.
Does it work? Oh, okay. So I see that the presentation moves really slow, so I'm just going to speak, okay? So back in 2005, with two other friends, I co-founded a social network in Spain. It blew up. A quarter of the country was in our social network, and about a fifth of the internet of the country was going through our servers. We sold it to Telefonica for a lot of money, and I came into the United States to come to this, to fund this company. I had this idea. I wanted to be able to have a secure method of payment that didn't give me the hassles of my credit card being stolen, losing my debit cards or credit cards, or having to transfer money to an account to then pay to people. So we created KuaPay, which the aim is to virtualize any form of electronic payment, including cash, and being able to put it in your cell phone. So just downloading a little application in your phone, you're able to virtualize any form of payment you can imagine, and you can put it in your phone. That led us to a place where with 3 banks in Chile, down in Latin America, a really harsh environment, we started a new form of payment, which is the real revolution of KuaPay. We connect directly to the bank platforms, and we're able to move the money between the bank accounts in a way that allows us to convert your bank account into a payment method. That means that you no longer need to have a credit card or a debit card in your bank account. You can basically use your bank account as a payment. There's no balances in the middle, as what Dual or PayPal will do. We do it directly from the bank account, and we virtualize it in our platform. Now, why the banks decided to go that way with us is because of our fraudless technology. We have at least 7 points of validations for each transaction, and before you even get into the system, you are pre-validated in a way that it allows us to say that it's a fraudless environment. Therefore, we can use these new rails, alternative to credit cards and debit cards, safely and put flat fee into the transactions. And that's the biggest point. It's a flat fee transactional system that allows to move between different banks money in real time, even internationally. So you can even go to another country and pay to a merchant in this system, and that merchant will receive the money in real time with a comfortable flat fee, not depending on the amount that you're transferring to that merchant. So this is KuaPay. We created it from scratch in Santa Monica. We already have 4 offices in the world. We have 60 employees. We're operating in 8 countries, and we've partnered with large brands all over the world. And we're a PSP in United States, Europe, and Asia with the credit cards and debit cards, and we're operating our bank-to-bank right now in Latin America, where we're also launching credit cards and debit cards. So this is Cuba Pay. Thank you very much for your time.